Don't worry, it's a surprise. So, for those of you who are using the Roger receiver, that is the assistive listening device that comes with our kit now. So you'll get a chance to experience that. It comes with a new activation kit.
Are you gonna try this so you can replace your? She has a.
Yeah, she has an Opus, so we're just gonna take off that part.
And we're gonna let you use this part.
The other way.
And then what? Whoops, the other way, yeah.
And then close it.
And what's that?
Yeah, and then put it on. Yeah.
So you put
Yeah, okay. I heard.
All right, so you should hear me nice and clear. Oh, yeah.
Now it's a little bit too loud, so
Okay.
can I lower it with this?
It's a little too loud. I get that feedback from my husband a lot. And now that we are all connected through the Roger, I expect you all to tell me if I run to the restroom with this microphone on. Let's be friends, guys. Let's be friends. So I want to welcome everybody here to this amazing event. I'd like to start by introducing our regional director, Jamie Williams. My name is Lyra Replinger. You have gotten a ton of emails from me, and I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because you're here. So I'd like to bring up Jamie Williams. She's our regional director, and she can introduce you to the amazing staff that is here today. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Alright. Sorry, this lanyard is finicky. Like the metal on it. There you go.
All right, can everybody hear me all right? All right, well, good morning. Thank you all so much for coming to our event today. We're all happy to be here to tell you what's new with Med-El and help you learn more about connectivity options. Just wanted to introduce our amazing team back here. So of course you all know Lyra. She is our lead consumer engagement manager. Her background is as a teacher of the deaf, and she's been working with cochlear implants and patients with hearing loss for many, many years, although she still looks 25, right, Lyra? Over here we have Jessie Middaugh. She is an audiologist. She's the clinical account manager for the Pacific Northwest, and she lives in Portland and mostly covers Washington, Oregon, Alaska, and Idaho. Next to her, we have Emily Gannett. Emily is also an audiologist, and she is new with Med-El, but she comes from a heavily Med-El center on the East Coast in Pennsylvania. So this week she is escaping their first snow, and we have enjoyed some sunny days in California and now this beautiful day here in Seattle. Emily is covering Southern California for us and will be moving out to California in January. Next to her is Krista Ray. Krista Ray is one of our patient support team members. She has a cochlear implant, a Med-El implant on the right ear. She has a very interesting story. May I share a little bit? So Krista was identified with hearing loss as a baby. She went to the CHAT school, which is an oral school in California, where she wore hearing aids and did extremely well. Went to the St. Louis University, WashU, and received her graduate degree in deaf education. And during her time there, she lost her hearing enough to where she became a candidate to receive a cochlear implant. So she was implanted in 2016, and she has moved back to California and is now a teacher at the same school where she was a student. So she has a very great story. We're happy to have her on board. Next to Krista is Max. I have known Max since he was a little tiny guy. He was implanted in the early 2000s in both ears at different years. And Max is now a junior in high school here in Seattle. And so he can talk to you about a lot more technology than us old people are familiar with. Max is really good with connecting to iPhones and iPads and figuring out any sort of technology that you're interested in. Next to Max is Camille Jenkins. Camille Jenkins also has a very interesting story, and I've known her for many years. She was implanted in 1 year in 2010. her second year in 2014, and we asked her to be part of our patient support team in 2012. So she's been working with Med-El recipients for many years now and is also very well versed with connectivity all the way from the Quattro through the Roger items that we have today. And Camille is from Long Beach, California. Interestingly, Camille and I were texting yesterday, and we were both at the airport at the same time on different planes, and she made it here 4 hours before we did. So Camille lucked out yesterday with her travels. Next to Camille, we have Mary Kay. Mary Kay is a speech-language pathologist who has worked with Med-El for 5 years. Wow. So Mary Kay and I have actually passed in the night a few times. Mary Kay, prior to Med-El, was working at Children's Hospital of Oakland, and she provided speech therapy services to the children there with both hearing aids and cochlear implants. She has authored many, many books and resources that help the community go through rehab and exercises to hear better and practice their listening skills. So if you have any questions about rehab, please see Mary Kay. She is just a wealth of knowledge, and she travels the world to speak on her area of expertise. And then next to Mary Kay, we have Suzanne Cohen, who is our wonderful patient support team member and the beautiful mother of Max. So Suzanne and I have also known each other for a long time, and she is wonderful as a parent advocate, teaching Max from a very young age how to be an advocate for himself throughout life and in school. And so Suzanne has a lot to offer as well from a hearing perspective, but having a child who has hearing loss and what are the options. So if you have any questions, we are all more than happy to speak with each of you individually. So come seek us out after today. Thank you very much. Oh, I forgot one person. Dr. Zeitler. Can you stand up real quick?
Stand up.
This is Dr. Dan Zeitler. He is one of our most fun surgeons that we work with. Very talented surgeon, and he currently works at the Virginia Mason Medical Center here in Seattle, and we're so happy that he could join us today. So if you have any questions about cochlear implants from a medical perspective, Dr. Zeitler is here, and I'm sure would be happy to answer your questions as well. All right. Any questions so far? All right, I'm going to pass the microphone back over. Okay, Jesse.
I'll teach you how to use this. Okay.
All right, hi friends. So, like Jamie said, my name's Jessie, and I'm an audiologist who works for Med-El. Prior to coming to work for Med-El, I was a cochlear implant research and clinical audiologist at Oregon Health and Science University in Portland. So since I've come to work for Med-El, I recognize some faces because I've been in some appointments. Primarily, I work with audiologists to support them. That can include if there's new products that come out, there's new measurements like things called ESRT, which I know is something that Suzanne's been talking about at other meetings. So anytime you need any assistance or if your audiology needs assistance, I'm here to help with that.
Can I borrow your pen very quickly? Sure.